Hello and good day. Welcome to Courtney's Talks. So I have got to come on here and talk about this. Look, I'm jumping on my soapbox. How dare I just saw a video of a white man thinking he was checking a black woman about her support for Donald Trump. He said a lot of racist stuff. Very interesting that a white liberal can just comfortably talk to black people crazy now because they're Democrats. That's what we're doing now? That's what the black community is allowing to happen because you hate somebody so much. A white man can call a black person, a black woman, a coon. He said some other things. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that video. I was in shock. I was more like, I shouldn't be in shock because I've actually seen this a couple of times. Of course, I'm always gonna go back to Joseph Biden. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. That was interesting and disrespectful. And I remember reading in the comments where there was a black young lady and she put in there, "Where's the lie?" What? This was in 2019. I was in shock that any Caucasian person felt comfortable to do that. But you want to know why they feel comfortable, these liberals, to do that? White liberals, is because black people have made it okay. Because you are offended by somebody that, from what I'm seeing, again, I'm just, like I said, I done seen too many people that are of the black community that were black celebrities love this man. Now all of a sudden, because MSNBC and CNN told you to hate him, you're gonna hate him. Is he perfect? No. Is anybody perfect? No. And look, I hate to even be saying this because it sounds like I am out here believing Donald Trump is a superhero or something like that. He's not. That is a human. But I was just trying to figure out, if you're gonna give this energy to Donald Trump, why aren't you giving it to Joe Biden? Why aren't you giving it to these Democrats that have done nothing for the black community? Why aren't you giving it to black celebrities that talk down to you because they're celebrities? And I'm a god. They're not. They're humans. They go to the restroom just like you do. They just got a little bit more cash than you do. And when I say a little, some of these celebrities are just celebrities by name. Some of them don't have money. All of them aren't like Brad Pitt and Halle Berry. Some of these people, if you were to look at their savings account, you could Google their net worth. It'll tell you something like 5 million or something. But in all actuality, they have maybe 500,000. And I do understand that some people are like, oh, that's still a lot of money. It's not. Especially if inflation keeps going. I'm just saying, like I said, I'm jumping on the soapbox. I'm not meaning to, but the level of disrespect the black community, because this is getting on my nerves, the level of disrespect the black community is receiving, being told, I feel like this, if you want to go vote for Kamala, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I'm starting to also see that, black people like Eric Michael Dyson and all these black supposed to be intellectual people, yeah, right, checking people, you're not saying her name right, whatever. I don't want to disrespect anybody. I want to say everyone's name correctly. If that's what your mother and father gave you, that's what I want to say. because I heard the guy Vivek Ramaswamy, who's an Indian, say her name the way that community says it. And I think it was Kamala, or something like that. And I think that is the way you say it, pronounce it. Look, all I'm saying is, and I heard that comedian Godfrey, that got on my nerves this morning. He went into a whole lecture about how, to me, how I heard it, he got upset because the guy, Caitlyn Jenner, has said that something about the vice president not being black. And Claudia Jordan has said, you need to stay in your place, stay out of it, and stuff like that. White man and all that. And Godfrey wanted to come back and let him know that if you identify as something, you can be that. Oh yeah, like Caitlyn, you identify as a woman, so we have to respect that. So now everybody can identify as black when they're actually not. I suggest you don't do that. I think that's insanity. That's like, even though I am a fair-skinned, as we say in our community, light-skinned woman, I'm still black. But all these pronouns, this is insane. And all these new terminologies, this is insane. Either you're black, either you're white, either you're Asian, you're mixed. And people that are mixed now, if you have so many amounts of black in you, if you have a drop in you, you're black. Okay? But the gentleman Godfrey, like I said, he went to this whole, in my thought process and opinion, diabolical synopsis about how she can identify as black. Identifying as black and being that are two different things. Because I can identify as a cat. I can identify as a white woman, flat-footed. And somebody I know will be foolish and say, oh, well, you're light-skinned anyway. No. I have other things in me. Main two things. Black, some part of Africa, but I know for a fact Puerto Rican. Oh, and another thing I know for a fact, Irish on my father's side. Probably a little bit of Native American. I don't know. But I can tell you this, no one in these United States is just full-blown anything. This is a melting pot. But because you can identify as something does not make you that. It just doesn't. You're not going to put on an application, I identify that. Whatever. At this point, you should just put other on these applications, because I can go there too. Applications are racist, because why do you need to know my nationality? You should be going off of my job experience, of what I have or what I don't have. Why do you need to know my nationality? That's the same thing. I don't know. I've never gotten tried to go get a loan for a business. But I wonder, do they ask your nationality on these applications at these banks? That's insane. If they do, think about that. But yeah, I'm just so saddened and tired of the foolishness. You can identify. So because this woman identifies, she really doesn't identify as black. I mean, I hate to break it to people. She identifies as what she was born as, an Indian woman. She started identifying as black because she was told that would get her the black vote. On top of Joe Biden's administration wanted somewhat of a black person and a woman for vice president. Not that he didn't want a woman with experience, or a black woman with some type of good experience at doing their job. Oh, well, she was a district attorney. She was a this, she was a that. Well, she wasn't a good district attorney of San Francisco. San Francisco is a garbage pile now, and she locked up a lot of black men. She helped lock up a lot of black men. Just saying. That was my soapbox moment. It's just sad. And it's just sad to see the divide. It's such a divide in this country. And someone can say, oh, it's always been racial issues, but now it's becoming more issues within the black community toward each other. And it's always been that, but it's getting ridiculous. No one should be cool with hearing a white man tell a black woman she's a coon. That's deep. Anyway, catch me on the next video.